What's up? What's up? Today we are going solo. Casey's at work. I'm trying new things. We got Gary in the building already. Early bird edition. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the earliest live stream we've ever done. Gary, appreciate you being in here. Always got our back. Always got our back. So yeah, I mean, what do we want to talk about today? Got to let some people come in here, but obviously, big game this Sunday. Big game. Who's going to win it? Vikings, Chargers, 0-2, both teams. Hey, my boy Justin's in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think so far. I think this is a game that obviously we need to win. We can't go 0-3. The Chargers are in the same exact situation. To everybody's comparing us to the Chargers of the AFC, even though I would argue that we've lost. The Chargers kind of lost because of their own players, and their coverage has not been good, and we'll get into that in a bit here. But the Vikings have mostly I mean, we just shot ourselves in the foot. It's really the turnovers. I mean, we've played against some hard defensive lines, hard defenses, obviously a good Eagles team, a game that we should have won. Both of those games we should have won, shot ourselves in the foot. So it feels like we should go in this game as the better team. Last night when we were on Purple and Gold Media, we were talking about that as well. Is of just it's weird how the Vikings, for everybody's always hating on the Vikings from a media standpoint, but for whatever reason, which I kind of get, I mean, Casey brought it up last night too. It's kind of the dark horse thing, but the media has kind of changed on us as a team this week. Even though we're 0-2, we're going up against these Chargers who have a good team, and a lot of people are picking us to win, which is something you would never expect as a Viking fan. So I don't know. It's pretty interesting to see that, but must win next 2 weeks actually. But yes, loser of this game is all but out. Justin, what do you think we do if we lose this game? If we're 0-3, like, are we blowing, or like, how are we feeling? I have a feeling we're going to still have some sort of optimism in the fan base, but are we at this point, like, if we're 0-3, what can we possibly hope? I mean, the chances of us even winning 10 games is probably slim at that point, even if we turn everything around. And if we just end up barely missing the playoffs. Also, I mean, a lot of it will depend on how the rest of the division does as well. So I guess, I mean, if the rest of the division loses and then we also lose, it's not over yet, but it's not good to start 0-3. And I don't see us lose. No way we go into Carolina and lose that game. At least I hope not. So, I mean, yeah, we should win these next two games. We definitely should be 2-2 going into Kansas City, or Kansas City coming to us. Like I said last night, only game this year I truly feeling we win. Yeah, see, it's weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Quezzy making those moves. Obviously, I think it was big morale for Vikings fans to see the Lions, the Bears, and the Packers losing Sunday. I think those are big runs. But then Quezzy coming out, I don't know. I think Quezzy, meaning business, coming out and going grab Reisner and Akers, positions that we absolutely need to be better at. And I mean, pretty much just the run defense is the last one that we need to change something different. Hey, what up, Dan? Dan's in the building. Though I wasn't sure if I was going to do a giveaway, but I feel like I should. My first solo show by myself, so I'm like, I don't know, probably should do something here. So let's do it. I don't care how many people end up in here. We're this is an unorthodox show in the middle of the day, so there's probably not going to be tons of competition, but we're still going to do it, giving away a Justin Jefferson rookie card, just like we always do. Let me set up the giveaway thing this time. Keep forgetting to do that. So get those hashtag skulls in the comments. Hashtag skulls in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff if you haven't already. But get those likes in 100%. Get those hashtag skulls in. Boom. And I don't care if it's one entry. It's going to them. All right, we got 2 entries. I don't care if it's 2 entries. I will be giving away this card. So anyways, Dan, how are you feeling about this game? Are you feeling a win coming? Are you worried? I don't know. It feels like we should win this. It feels like we should win this one. Based from a matchup standpoint, I do think we match up pretty well against them. From Man, I don't know. Maybe it's just 0-2. Maybe that's one thing I also mentioned yesterday as well. It's like, even though we should have beat this Eagles game, that most fans went into that Eagles game like we were going to lose, like by outright. Even myself, I wasn't convinced. Hey, what up, SK? SK's in the building. SK's in the building. Let's go. But no, that's one thing that's interesting about that Eagles game is when we went into that, everybody was kind of expecting us to lose. The media was expecting us to lose. Most of the fans were expecting us to lose. And then it was a game that was kind of disappointing because we should have actually won that game and we still end up losing, which kind of pisses you off. But then a few days later, at least when I looked back at it, I don't know, you kind of have to be like, we should have still won that game. Like, we were the better team against the Eagles in that game, and it's annoying we lost, but still, our team is good enough to win these games. And I do think that's kind of how we feel the morale going into this game against the Chargers as well. Justin won't text me back. Hey, this is a good way to come find him. We will win. Yeah, it feels like it. It feels like we should win here. I mean, I think we should. I did make some matchups. I'm going to actually get up here right away. Let's start in here. So my top 3 matchups in this game that I think we need to take advantage of or win in order for us to get the W here. Let's go. Let's see here. What should I do? I'll do this one. All right. So for the first one is the most obvious, and that's Justin Jefferson. This is Justin Jefferson and JC Jackson. Honestly, it's just our pass catchers versus their defensive backs. So far, their secondary has been terrible. I mean, a lot of people will say, like, yeah, it's all against Miami, but even last week, who did they play last week again? I forgot who they played last weekend, but even last weekend, it wasn't that great. I think PFF gave them like a coverage grade of 65 or something like that. And then the week before was terrible. And they are PFF based from PFF, they are the 3rd lowest rated team in the NFL. They have also allowed the most passing yards in the NFL. And then you got Justin Jefferson, who has over 300 yards in only 2 games. I mean, he's on pace for like 2,500 yards or something stupid. And so is like Kirk Cousins is on pace for like 6,000 yards. Danielle Hunter's on pace for 34 sacks. Somehow we're still 0-2. So, I mean, this is a big matchup. Based on like, this is the matchup that not only should we win, this is what we have to destroy at. This is the matchup we got to absolutely dominate them in. This is their biggest weakness so far. This is our biggest strength, for no questions asked. Hey, AJ, listening from the work tablet. Let's go. What's popping? What up, my guy? What up? Hey, Kofi in the building too. I'm not worried. We'll win, and we'll win the division. I love it. Let's go. Hey, guys, Kofi, and we are, I know this is a pop-up show, but I'm still going to give away Justin Jefferson rookie cards. So go get those hashtag skulls in the comments. Like the video if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys for popping in here with me. But yeah, back to this matchup. JJ about 150. Addison breaks 100. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's one thing I'm going to be looking for going into this game is I want KOC to – he needs to make sure. I want to see Addison should definitely be out there on the first snap. I wouldn't be surprised if KJ is as well. But I'm hoping we see more snaps for Addison in this game compared to KJ. I feel like they should make that leap that Jordan Addison is the wide receiver 2 going forward here. And if that happens, I mean, we should really be able to dominate these guys. And I saw a Justin Jefferson interview because they're talking about like him getting triple teamed and everything like that. And he's like, specifically in the red zone, he's getting triple teamed. And it's a good reason why KJ Osborne was wide open in the end zone. So that's what Justin Jefferson does to this team. But I think Jordan Addison has so much skill that once he gets more involved in this offense, he's just going to have so many opportunities to be open and wide open. And then, of course, TJ Hawkinson is no slouch either, who is actually number 1 fantasy tight end right now. And he's got to be up there in catches for tight ends. I don't know. He's on his way to being a top 3 tight end this season. Right now, he's 100% a top 3 tight end. I'll be going live in about 40 minutes. You also tap in after Jamie does his thing. Yeah, everybody in here, you should go. Do you already have it scheduled? If you're watching right now, you should go to Purple and Scold Media and go hit the bell so you get the notifications. Go there and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching this video now or after, go subscribe to Purple and Scold Media, hit the bell, get notifications for all those their videos, our videos. We just did our show last Thursday, and I think all right. So yeah, go in there and what because you can save the I forgot what that's called when you save the video or whatever once you schedule it. I don't know. Just go over there and tap in to Purple and Scold Media and subscribe if you haven't already. Addison for me is already at this point where he should. Yeah, I think honestly after week one, I think it was obvious, and now it's just because KJ Osborne dropping all those passes, it seems even more obvious than ever that I think it's time for Jordan Addison to be wide receiver to 100%. Like he should go in there. It should be not even close. It should be Addison easily wide receiver 2. And then KJ's dropped off quite a bit for wide receiver 3 to the point where, I mean, he should not be even, it should not be an equal amount of snaps. KJ or JA should have way more snaps than KJ. KJ should be a legit wide receiver 3. And to the point, I feel like anyways, if Jalen Naylor wasn't going through his injury problems, you might have to say that maybe Jalen Naylor should be competing for the wide receiver 3 at this point, because I don't know. We know what we have in KJ. But we'll see. I mean, it's just the drop passes that are getting me for him. Hey, what's going on, Kyle Yee? What is up? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But yeah. So, I mean, this is the biggest matchup. They have a bad secondary. We have arguably the best wide receiver corps in the entire NFL. Kirk Cousins doing his thing, especially after or during the Philadelphia game. I still think he was a little hesitant in that first game, but he looked good in the second game. And if he keeps that up, I mean, there should be no question. This is going to be the biggest reason why we should win these games. Oh, what's this? All these hashtag skulls and only 3 likes. Hey, let's get those likes in here. Let's get the likes in here. If you want to win this card, this is part of the thing. If you want a chance to win this card, you got to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate it. And hashtag skulls in the chat for your chance to win this card. And also, you should be going to Purple and Gold for Days channel. Go subscribe there. Like any of the videos he has up or he has coming, as well as going to Purple and Scold Media and going to subscribe and like the videos there. Purple and Scold Media is going to be going live pretty much right after me. So you should definitely go over there and do that. So yeah, anyways, this is, I mean, say it a million times, but this is how we go in there and we should just beat them. Wide receivers versus their secondary. JC, actually, I have a couple. I wanted to actually bring this up because talking about their bad coverage, JC Jackson has, according to PFF, has a 47.1 coverage grade. Michael Davis has a 41. And Asante Samuel Jr., a guy who was a Vikings favorite in last year's draft, is sitting there around, who actually has the most snaps out of all of these cornerbacks. So he's probably their CB2. I don't know for sure. I never really looked into it, but his coverage grade is 55.4 as well. So they think they had a problem with the Dolphins. I think they haven't seen anything yet. At Casey Gronda, LO, your own boy going live without you and you forget. Oh, I forgot to hit the like. Dang. Come on, Casey. Get those hashtag skulls in there, Casey. What are you doing? I need to win my own cards back. What's up? Yeah, we doing it. We doing it right now. All right, let's keep going here. So the second matchup that I think we need to win here is going to be Murphy versus Keenan Allen. Obviously, Keenan Allen's been killing it so far. I mean, everybody's just waiting for Keenan Allen. First off, he is injury prone. I get it. He is. Every single season, it seems like he gets injured at some point. He is getting older, but he still steps up every single year when he's on. He's Justin Herbert's favorite target by far. I do think this is good matchup. I do think we should have Byron Murphy covering Keenan Allen one-on-one this as much as possible in this game, especially with him being good also in the slot here, because you're going to see Keenan Allen in the slot quite a bit. Because outside of this, obviously, a Caleb Evans, again, just like our wide receivers versus their secondary, it is their wide receivers versus our secondary with the Caleb Evans up against Mike Williams. But Mike Williams has not really done a lot so far this season, obviously only 2 games. And another one that I want to bring up is Quentin Johnston, who has like 3 catches for 14 yards or something like that. So we're not seeing much of him. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about them having the 3 wide receivers like we'll have against them. But this is another matchup that I think we absolutely have to win. We can't let we can't let Keenan Allen beat us. And then this goes with Justin Herbert too. And another matchup I don't have on here, but obviously we need to make Justin Herbert uncomfortable as much as possible and not let him have all day to get guys like Keenan Allen, who has one of the best route runners in the entire NFL, get open too often. So I do think for sure we got to cover our guys, and we've been doing pretty good so far of that this year. Surprisingly, one of the biggest, especially you could even put Cam Bynum has been an absolute stud in coverage this year, all around stud this year. Hopefully we see a little bit Harrison Smith this game. Hopefully we see a sack out of Harrison Smith. Hopefully see an interception out of this Harrison Smith. Defense in general, hopefully we just see more turnovers. Let's get a game where we win in turnover ratio. Hopefully we can leave this game with more turnovers from our defense compared to them. Obviously, we have 7 turnovers on the season already. So if we can just fix that, we should be able to have a good chance to win this game. So for my last matchup here, I got our run defense versus I have Austin Ekeler here. There's a good chance he doesn't play. Let's hope he doesn't play, because like I said in the beginning, if Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison is our number one reason why we might win this game, or that we should honestly win this game, if Austin Ekeler, I think him being healthy or not healthy is the difference from them having a good chance to win this game. Because obviously our run defense has been terrible. And we did Kwesi went out and fixed the offensive line, or made an attempt. So hopefully it does fix it. And also the run game with Cam Akers. He didn't do anything yet with that defensive line. I know we've all been calling for Akeem Hicks, which would be great if we ended up doing that, but we do not have him as yet. I'm hoping that we see Jaquelin Roy actually dress up and see him out here in this game. But yeah, we'll see. I think even without, I'm worried about our run defense enough at this point. Hey, Too Evil, let's go. Yeah, cut Kurt. Hey, Too Evil, did you ever get that card I sent you? By the way, that Justin Jefferson I sent, because that was sent in a bubble mailer, so it definitely should have made it to you. But that's a good card, so I'm hoping it did. Yeah, cut Kurt ASAP. I know all this stuff about Kirk Cousins being traded and stuff. Awesome. Hey, I'm gonna give away a Justin Jefferson rookie card, just regular rookie card again on this show. So put the hashtags going, get the like in there. Appreciate you, Too Evil, for real. Yeah, I don't remember where exactly I was at with this, but Ekeler is going to be a difference maker for them. So if he doesn't play, that's huge for us. Our defensive line, Jaquelin Roy. Hopefully we see him. We need as many bodies on that defensive line after seeing what the Eagles did to us last week. And even with Joshua Kelly being their starting back, who isn't that great, but it is still something to worry about. So I'm hoping we can somehow come in a bounce back game in this, and we don't, we don't let a guy like Joshua Kelly run all over us. Hey, thanks for popping in, Gil. Let's go. So yeah, those are my 3 main matchups. I think, our run game needs to step up no matter what. If we can stop Joshua Kelly, that would be nice. And if Ekeler doesn't play, that would be huge for us. I do think, wasn't there another player? No, never mind. There wasn't another player that is injured. I know Eric Kendricks. I haven't seen the report today, the injury update, but I know Eric Kendricks was on there, so we might not see him. I know Joey Boza was on there, but we haven't seen. It sounds like he has participated in practice. I bet you he plays. On our end, Davenport, who knows what's going on with him. Hey, let's go. What is the current biggest need still? Center? I think it's a defensive tackle, a big defensive tackle, in my opinion. Appreciate you, Too Evil. Appreciate you. But yeah, in my opinion, I think defensive tackle, a big body that can stop the run. That's what we need. After seeing the Eagles come at us the way they did, I just think every single team out there is going going to do that. And we're going to get a real good idea, a real good test this week. If Eckler plays, we might be screwed no matter what. But if Joshua Kelly plays and he runs all over us this game, then we got a extremely big problem. And I think that's something that we have to worry about going forward. And yeah, D tackle, true nose tackle. Absolutely. We have to win on the trenches. And both at the end of the day, we have to win trenches on both sides of the ball. We also have to get the run game going. It'll be interesting to see what is everybody's opinion on Cam? What is everybody's opinion on Cam Akers? Because I do think like Cam Akers has shown some real promise for the Rams. I don't know what happened. I think Dave actually mentioned this. I don't know if it's true or not. There were some rumors that he like wanted to bang Sean McVay's wife or something like that, but that's probably BS because it's like, what other reason do you take a guy like Cam Akers who has talent, who has looked good in the past? So far in his career, he has a 4 yards per carry average. And one thing in the last 3 games of the season, he had at least 100 yards in the last 3 games of the season. So it's interesting to see him get in the doghouse. And this wasn't the first time he was in the doghouse. I think in the beginning of last year, he was also in the doghouse. So I don't know what's going on with that, but there's a chance, I think, that Cam Akers could come in here and he could spell out Madison's name pretty well, especially because, I mean, he ran like a 4.48 coming into the draft. Obviously, he was a 2nd round pick. So he was a stud player. He was considered a better prospect than Madison. And I think he can bring something that Madison doesn't have. So I think I'm hoping that in this first week, we see a tandem out of them too. We need to win in the trenches. Yeah, absolutely. Nose tackle would be great. A 3-4 doesn't work without a true nose tackle. Think Vince Wilfork. Exactly. And we haven't really seen much of Tonga yet. Like, Tonga's a big boy, but he hasn't been on a field a ton, and it's just small. I mean, we got eaten up. That Eagles game, it was probably one of the worst defensive run defenses I've seen from the Vikings in a long time. Like, it was that bad. You're up against a good offensive line, but they were destroying our D line. Those holes where I could have walked through those holes. Probably, anyways. I could have walked through those holes. So I don't know. I'm worried about it. That's like the one thing I'm worried about now. It was nice getting Reisner. Obviously, we have to see him actually on the field, and we have to hope he actually plays well. We're not Reisner. I know we're all excited about him. He's not like he's a star guard coming in. He did have 70 or 70 something PFF grade, I think. 60 something, 70 something. Let me look that up real quick. I forgot what it was. But his run blocking wasn't much better than Ed Ingram. Let me look real quick. Dalton Reisner, 2022. So he had a 72.6 pass blocking. So that's what and then 53.4 PFF grade for run blocking. So 72.6 is pretty good. I'm hoping that we see him right away. Hoping so. What do you guys think? Do you think we see Reisner at all in tomorrow's game? It does feel like if you see Ed Ingram out there and right away, you probably don't see Reisner in there for the rest of the game here. I don't think so anyways. And then Cam Akers, I'm assuming we see some Cam Akers early. My question is do we see Cam Akers before we see Ty Chandler at all? Because I don't know if that will happen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping we see a little bit of both, but definitely Dalton Reisner. It will suck if he's not in there. It's going to take a minute for, I get it. You're coming into a new offense and everything, but Ed Ingram has been that bad where I do think we have to absolutely get him in there. And then, back to Two Evil's point with the center. Obviously, we definitely need a new center, but I don't know if there's anybody we can go get unless we do like a trade of some sort. Found Casey a football belly button stud to add to his collection online this morning. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so Casey collects belly button rings and wears them. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't. But that's going to be the inside joke going forward here. So, but what other matchups are people worried about? Because I'm also worried. Like we're already talking about the run game, and I think we have like the worst run according to PFF. Y'all can tell that I like obviously PFF isn't perfect, but the fact that you can take all these plays and make a number out of it some way, somehow, I mean, you don't really got anything better to base stuff off of other than actual eye test. But so far we have the second worst run. Let's see. Second worst run team in the entire NFL at this point, which makes perfect sense. Our blocking's trash. Madison, I like Madison, but he doesn't seem to have that extra gear that we might have in Cam Akers. So I'm hoping we see some more of that. It'll be interesting what happens when Keenan comes back. Jordan Davis at 12 last year. Oh, yeah, obviously. So, I mean, back to the Quezzy, talking about Quezzy. So far, I'm happy what Quezzy's done for the most part. I know there's a lot of haters out there. The first draft, trash. There's no question about it. At least we haven't seen anything yet. Lewis Seen's not playing. At this point, we're hoping to see him on the field at all. We haven't even seen him. I don't even think we've seen him take a secondary snap yet. Same with Andrew Booth. Ed Ingram is on his way out. We literally just replaced him, which is a positive of Quezzy. He should have did it earlier. Definitely, probably in the offseason during training camp to have a real competition. But at the same time, he finally was like, all right, Ed Ingram might not be that guy, and goes grab Reisner. So that whole first draft was not good. There's like Naylor, we still, jury's out on Naylor. We haven't got a good look at him. Ty Chandler. But this year's draft with Jordan Addison, Ivan Pace Jr., who is he's becoming generational type of steal, generational type of gem. A guy at this point, if you redid the draft, Ivan Pace Jr. probably goes in the first round, I think, already 2 games into the NFL season. And I would not be surprised if he gets picked in the first round after going undrafted, which is absolutely insane. And that draft was bad. I mean, I wish we would have went after a guy like Jordan Davis. And that was one surprising thing, was to even pass up, it's Hamilton, right? Hamilton for the safety for the Ravens. To pass up him and then trade back and then just grab a safety anyways didn't make a lot of sense to me. Coaching, luckily, Brandon Staley? Luckily for us, he is not a good coach. I think KOC, we've talked about this a lot, is KOC has been inconsistent with his play calling, and it is kind of like this feeling that once we catch a lead, he gets a little bit conservative play calling, which is annoying. And he starts doing these screen passes. He's not forcing the ball to Justin Jefferson. He's not doing anything like that. So, I do think it's real. Like you almost want him to believe like we're always down or something like that. And that's where he has to change his coaching and his play calling. He has to look at it like we're always trying to win this game, and we're not switching to like, let's just control this game since we have the lead, because that hasn't worked out once yet as him being head coach. So hopefully going into this game, we see a little bit more of that stuff, a little bit less tight end screens, make sure Justin Jefferson touches the ball at least 15 times. And, we should win this game. I'm worried about the left tackle Darius Isn't 100%. Yes, that's a good point. And Mack and Boza are good pass rushers. That's actually an absolute good point. Boza he's been practicing in limited capacity so far. My guess is he probably plays, which obviously with him and Khalil Mack, that's a big deal. And without Darius on there, we're on Quenziberg. I can never say that dude's name right. But we have him. I mean, technically our third string left tackle there. And it is something to worry about. And Darisaw has been playing in limited capacity. He did warm up, or he did dress last weekend, but didn't play any snaps. So hopefully, since he did dress last weekend, maybe it's not too bad, and hopefully we see him on the field. But without Darisaw, it's scary. Our offensive line is definitely they're in for some trouble there. I didn't mind what I saw in Quesenberry last weekend, but we need Darisaw to be healthy in this, I think, 100%. And speaking of Darisaw, that's one thing. I mean, man, this guy's such a stud. He's on his way to he is probably already a top 5 tackle in this league. He's on his way to be literally like potentially one of the best. He still has to beat out Trent Williams eventually, but his health issues, man, we've been dealing with it since his rookie year, and it sucks. It sucks, but hopefully we don't have to worry about it after this one. It is kind of getting annoying. Like Darisaut's good when he's healthy, but how often do we actually get to play with him on the field? I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So let's see. How much time have I been going? I haven't even looked. Oh, we're going 30 minutes. All right. Yeah, we're keeping this one short. I just wanted to pop in, try some new things on Sunday. The main reason is Sunday, when we do the Bleacher Report, Casey's going to the actual Vikings game, which he is every Viking games he's ever been to. He has won, other than the home opener that most of us went to. And we're hoping that's just because he was with me, because I have been to losing games. So hopefully we win because he's there. But because he's there, I'm still going to be going live by myself on Bleacher Report on Sunday. So I wanted to hop in and do some solo shows, which is, I mean, hey, I liked it. I can do some solo shows. I like it. I like it. So anyways, let's do this giveaway. We got 30 minutes in here. Got to be in here to win. Of course, just like all our shows here. Oh, I was going to play some music while I did this. Totally forgot. All right. I'm going to run this thing. Where are we at? I'm going to run at 113. Any other questions? Anything else anyone has other than what score predictions? I guess, yeah, I'm going to give my score prediction, which I have given a few times. I'm going to say 34-24. I think this is a game that either the Viking, I think we dominate them, and we just the power of the potential power of our offense. We haven't even seen the best of it yet because of all the turnovers, but we've seen the glimpse what it can be, and I think that's going to be too much for the Chargers. So I do think we end up potentially either dominating this game, or I think we win and it just becomes a shootout. Gary's 34-27. I go 34-24. So not too far off. 34-24. Vikings win this game. Yeah, I'm hopefully we got this. I mean, it feels like we should win. It feels like we're just not going to make these stupid mistakes and our season's going to be turned around. And if we lose, well, we're going to have an interesting conversation next week. All right, I'm going to run this thing. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Who we got? Got to be here to win. I'll go through every single name on here. Casey doesn't win, though. Boom. Kofi, are you in here? I'll give you a minute. One of us screws up less and they win. Yeah. One of us screws up less and they win. So you're saying, like, if we need to if we screw up, they win. Let's go. Hey, there he is. Let's go, Kofi. Let's go. Yep, that's all yours, Kofi. Let's go. Yeah, we can't screw up. One of us screws up and they win. We can't make mistakes. Those mistakes we've made so far. Yeah, this is why Kofi with that good luck. Hey, Kofi he is probably the most optimistic fan that we have in our chat, I'd probably say. So the fact that Kofi wins this with all that optimism going into Sunday, we like that. Don't we, Kofi? Yeah, man. I don't know. We can't make the mistakes. That's all it is at the end of the day. Exactly. Both teams have been beating themselves. Yeah, especially us. We have to win this game now. Congrats. Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's at the end of the day, we just can't make these mistakes. They've been making mistakes as well, but it's not even as bad as ours. Man, I want to see what this offense is capable of, to see what we've been able to do already. And again, from a coach standpoint, we have been playing from behind. So KOC and Kirk Cousins have had to throw the ball out, especially against the Eagles. I mean, they showed out in the second half. The fact that we only lost by 6 points is incredible, but it does show you again that we kind of do that when we're behind. So going into this game, I'm hoping we come out firing right away. Not like with the playing from behind mentality. That is what we need. I don't want to fall behind before Kirk Cousins decides to throw 350 yards or KLC calls plays that can create those type of yards and get the ball into Justin Jefferson's hand as much as possible. Jordan Addison should be open a lot. Get Jordan Addison the ball. It'll be interesting to see if Jordan Addison has another long touchdown here. Yeah, can't have 4 turnovers and win. Protect the ball and win. That's it. That's what it feels like. Great show, Jamie. Always good for a little lunchtime live. Let's go, Dave. Or Dave, sorry. Let's go, Justin. I appreciate you so much, bro. For real. I appreciate you popping in. For sure, for sure, for sure. But all right, everybody. That is going to be it for me. Hey, let's just go out and beat the Chargers, turn our season around. And to do that, I think, like I was just ending there, we need to come out firing. We have to come out with play behind mentality and come out swinging right off the bat. Don't play conservative at any point in this game. There's no reason to. I don't care if we're up by 30 points. Let's get 30 more. That's what we got to do. Appreciate everybody in here. Skol Vikes.